Hello, Chicago Cub baseball YouTube fans. Hope all you guys are having a awesome and lovely Chicago Cub baseball weekend. But I also hope you guys are ready for some Sunday night Chicago Cub NBC Peacock Major League Baseball. Get it? Because tonight's Chicago Cub game is on NBC and Peacock for the second week in a row. Last Sunday, the Cubs were in St. Louis for the Sunday night baseball, and tonight they are at Wrigley Field to play Game 3 against the San Francisco Giants. So, first and foremost, guys, let me know what you guys think of, Sunday night baseball being on NBC and Peacock. I just want to get your guys' input and intake on that. But, you know what? Let's get into this pre-game show. It's not going to be a long one because we're like 30 minutes away from game time. Okay, so again, guys, tonight is game 3 of the 3-game series between San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. Basically, guys, starting pitching matchup, it will be Scott McDonald, the righty, going for the Giants. It will be the righty, Jameson Taillon going for the Cubbies. And, it's a really big game tonight because game 1 on Friday afternoon was all the Giants. Yesterday was a walk-off win in extra innings for the Cubbies. So the winner of tonight's game actually will win the series. But I did want to take a look at the starting lineup. For the Cubs, I kind of feel like every single day the Cubs lineup is not the same, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, and a bad thing. It's a good thing because, as a fan, you're going to say, well, what's the lineup going to be today? As a Cub fan, it's like a Christmas morning gift, like, ooh, what's going to be the lineup today? But also, a lot of baseball fans also would say that's a bad thing because, it's as a manager, a coach, or whatever, you want to have guys that you can definitely have in the top, middle, and bottom of the order every single day. And kind of for the Cubs, it's not like they don't have an everyday leadoff hitter right now. They definitely, what I'm usually seeing is I'm seeing Pico Armstrong or Nico Horner are basically the 2 guys who are going to be the leadoff hitter. But, so depending if the starting pitcher on the opposing team is a lefty or a righty, it just does depend. But anyway, guys, let's get into the starting lineup. This is your Sunday night Chicago Cubs starting lineup written by Craig Counsell. Leading off in center field will be Pete Quill Armstrong. Batting second, the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros. Batting third at first base, Michael Busch. Batting fourth at third base, Alex Bregman. I almost said Seiya Bregman before, so it's Alex Bregman and not Seiya Bregman. Batting fifth is going to be in left field, Ian Happ. Batting sixth in right field, Seiya Suzuki. Batting seventh at shortstop, Nico Horner. Batting eighth at second base, Pedro Ramirez. Batting ninth and catching, Carson Kelly. Now, I did want to go back for the Chicago Cubbies lineup. No Dansby Swanson in the lineup. Which, anytime I feel like Swanson is not in the starting lineup, I'm going to say it's going to be Nico at short. Okay? And the only reason I say that is because with Nico Horner, came to the Cubs in the big leagues before the Cubs had Dansby Swanson. It was Nico Horner who was the everyday shortstop. So that's why I feel comfortable with it. But I want to talk about Pedro Ramirez for a minute, okay? Number one, I know that little smiley kid very, very well. I watched him very closely as a minor leaguer. The Cubs, by the way, have 2 switch hitters in their lineup tonight. Of course, Ian Happ is one. The other one is actually Pedro Ramirez. And Pedro Ramirez, guys, a little fact about this kid. When he was playing in the Dominican Summer League for the Dominican Cubs, which is a rookie, I can actually, maybe I will talk about the Dominican Cubs and what they are in like tomorrow's episode. Maybe that would be more appropriate. But anyway, guys, Pedro Ramirez will bat 8th at second. He is the other switch hitter, guys. A former Cubs minor league player of the year. I really think that that's a really cool opportunity. But I did want to talk about the amount of lefties, okay, in the lineup for the Cubs. Number one, both starting pitchers are right-handed pitchers. That's like number one we need to know. But number two is we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 lefties in the starting lineup, and all 3 lefties are the first 3 batters of the ballgame. Okay, and then we have I think like 4 righties. So 1, 2, 3, 4 righties and 2 switch hitters. Okay, so when you're looking at that lineup, I mean, I get it. You know, usually when you see a lefty on the mound as the opposing starting pitcher, you know you're either going to go left, right, left, or left, right, right. Every manager, every coach is definitely different. I do want to ask though, when it comes to the top of the lineup, okay, they're all lefties, but the first 3 hitters are lefties, lefty hitters, and they're also the only lefties in the entire starting lineup. I'm not counting the switch hitting. So I do want to get your guys' input on that and what you guys definitely think about it. So definitely let me know down below in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate that. And then basically, you know, there is a Cub, a former Cub on the Giants. He's actually in the bullpen, and it's Caleb Killian and all that. So he's the only player on the Giants roster that is a former Cub. You know, this is what we say, right? Once you're a Cub, no matter how long, how short you're a Cub, you're always going to be a Cub at the end of the day. So definitely on that, guys. But yeah, we're like 30 minutes or less away from first pitch. So there you guys have it. That is your Sunday night baseball Chicago Cubs starting lineup. However, we're not done yet because we're going to have a post-game show after the game. I like how you guys responded to my episode. Some of you said you wanted a pre-game show and a post-game show, which is great. I am willing to do that. I am happy to do that and all of that. So thank you for responding, guys. I just, you know, I don't, some of you like said that, like, you know, it's great to, you know, have a pregame and a postgame show. And then some of you actually said that they would rather see a postgame, but the majority of you did say you wanted the pregame and postgame. And some of you actually even said just a pregame. So that is, maybe we could like try all 3. Like maybe one day we could do just pregame, the next day just postgame, and then the one after that pregame and postgame. And maybe we could do that. So like everybody's happy, and then we could see how that goes. And if we have to make changes along the way, we can. So as always, guys, drop a like. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe down below, guys. Right after the game, I'll be back on the channel and we will talk about the game and all that. Now the question is, will the Cubs win tonight on Sunday Night Baseball? We will find out right after the game, guys. Join me right after the game for the post-game show, and we are going to have a lot of fun.